In a peaceful coastal city, there was a young man named Ethan. He was well known at school for his intelligence and his ability to grasp knowledge quickly. From an early age, Ethan had dreamed of becoming a technology engineer, creating products that would make life better. That dream was clear. The path seemed straight. But there was one big obstacle. Ethan couldn't control his own focus. Every time he sat down to study, Ethan's mind drifted away like a sail caught in the wind. A small phone vibration, and he would open Instagram. A notification from YouTube popped up, and he would click instantly. Sometimes he would just sit there, lost in daydreams, traveling around the world, basking in glorious success, and time kept slipping away. He often told himself, "It's fine, there's still plenty of time." But that plenty of time disappeared day by day. His family and teachers had told him many times, "Ethan, being smart isn't enough. You must be focused and disciplined too." But Ethan still believed that as long as he was talented, everything would come naturally. Until the day the results of the International Scholarship Exam were announced. He had hoped this would be the stepping stone to bring him closer to his dream. But he failed. His diligent friends scored very high. The compliments he once received disappeared, replaced by looks of regret. That night, Ethan sat alone in his small room, silent. He realized he was never lacking in ability, but had thrown away opportunities by letting time slip into meaningless things. For the first time, he truly understood. Without discipline, intelligence is just an unpolished gem. Ethan decided to find a mentor who would not only teach knowledge, but also guide him on self-management. And then he met Mr. Harris, a physical education coach famous for instilling discipline even in the most undisciplined students. The coach didn't just talk about sports exercises. He went deep into brain science, habit formation, and the power of focus. When Ethan approached, he said, "Coach, I can't focus. The moment I start studying, my mind flies everywhere. What should I do?" Coach Harris smiled and led him to the training ground. He brought out a bow and an arrow, set up a target board in the middle of the field, and said, "If you can hit the center of this board, I'll know how focused you are." Ethan pulled the bow, released the string. The arrow missed the center. The coach asked, "What were you looking at when you shot?" Ethan replied, "I looked at the board, the trees around, and some friends playing soccer." The coach nodded. "That's exactly your problem. When your eyes and mind are split among many things, your power weakens. Just like in studying, when you pay attention to your phone, social media, and everything else at the same time, your goal fades away. The secret of high achievers: focus only on one single point." Ethan asked, "But how should I start?" Coach Harris shared 4 principles, this time with deeper scientific explanations. 1. Control your thoughts. The brain works like a chain reaction. If a distracting or negative thought enters, it will pull in a chain of others. When you realize you're off track, break the chain immediately with a reminder like, "Now is study time." 2. Build a time structure. Humans have a natural biological rhythm. When you study at the same time each day, the brain will automatically switch to focus mode as a reflex. 3. Eliminate dopamine traps. Phones, TV, games are dopamine machines that train the brain to seek quick pleasure, making it impatient with studying. Keep them out of reach while working. 4. Train like a muscle. Focus is a skill, and skills must be trained consistently. Start with 15 minutes, then increase gradually. Ethan applied these rules. He turned off his phone, studied at fixed hours, and whenever his mind drifted, he brought it back with the reminder, goal, technology engineer. At first, just 20 minutes felt exhausting, but after a few weeks, he could study for 2 to 3 hours straight without being pulled away. Months later, Ethan entered a new competition. This time, not only did he pass, but he also ranked first nationwide. Ethan knew this wasn't luck. It was the result of consistent training and steady discipline. A year later, while receiving a prestigious scholarship on stage, Ethan remembered Coach Harris's words, "The mind is like a kite. If left alone, it will be blown away by the wind. But if you hold the string firmly and steer it, it will fly exactly where you want." From that day, Ethan kept one lifelong principle: train your mind like training a muscle, and success will naturally follow. If you are reading this story and realize your mind is drifting too, remember that starting with small steps is already the first move towards reaching your dreams.